All right, guys, let's get started. We're gonna chat about the World Ender cards that Riot has dropped today. I believe there are 69, nice, cards that were dropped it was, at this point, it was probably about 9 hours ago at this point. And so the reason why they dropped all of these World Ender cards early is because they're trying to get ahead of the ball, from what I understand. So, sorry, I'm laughing at chat right now. They dropped all of them early so that the World's competitors can play on an early access, kind of like PvE environment, and really test decks and everything like that. And the cards, while they're testing them, won't get leaked to the public because Riot themselves already kind of leaked them. I'm sure we're going to be getting level up animations and videos within the next week or so. So yeah, let's get started and talk about the cards. I'm looking at Runeterra AR, so the cards are going to be in any particular order, but the first card is Crimson Pigeon. Oh, also, I just want to preface, some of these cards I'm just kind of skim right over because I would probably feel like I don't have too much to talk about with them, you know? So anyways, we've got Crimson Pigeon, which is a 1-mana support, deals 1 to support ally to grant, +1/+1. We love Vladimir support. But I think this is a pretty cool card, honestly. I think this would be really good in Scar Grounds. I will say, so I have seen some of the cards already, that we did get a couple Scar Ground support, which I really, really love. Look at the full art for the pigeon. Oh my god, wait, she's fucking beautiful. What the hell? What's her name? What's her name? Isn't her name it's like Ophelia, right? She's in the Crimson Disciple art and all that stuff. Oh my god. I have the biggest crush on her. She's so gorgeous. What the hell? I need her to be a champion, I swear. Okay. Oh god. The pigeons are cool too, but I was distracted. Crimson Pigeon is cool. I'm not the hugest, Scar Grounds is alright. It's just never been, obviously, a good deck. The only time I can remember Scar Grounds was particularly okay was when it was used to counter a Zero Irelia Blade, basically. And then we've got Reveler's Feast, which deals 2 to an ally to give allies +2 this round. I think this card is really good. Also, we got that Vlad, though? I don't care what anybody says, I like Vlad. I don't know what it is. Okay. I don't care if he's 1,000 years old. But yeah, I think Revelers is a pretty cool aggro card. It's also burst speed, so opponent can't react to it. I feel like this would be really good in aggro-based decks. He looks better here in his actual card, in my opinion. Yeah, he looks amazing here. I'm a big fan. Yeah, a big fan, as you can tell. We share a love for jam. Yeah, he's totally got jam on his mouth. So yeah, I think you could probably see Reveler's Feast in, let me think. You could put this in discard aggro. Other kinds of aggro archetypes perhaps, which will be pretty cool. All right. Also, I do know that there are some other Scarground support type cards. We'll get to them though eventually. We got to talk about the man of the hour, Rise himself. Also, we got to peep this card art first because this is freaking amazing. Look at him. Holy shit. He certainly is a purple man. So Rise, I don't know if I entirely understand yet. So let's dive into this. He is, when I am summoned or round start, create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck. He's got to say 3 unique world runes. Okay, so what's a Delve into the Past? A Delve into the Past is right here. It's a 2-mana burst speed spell, and you get to choose between one of 2 world runes. If you can't draw one, sure. So the world runes are these landmarks, okay? So you're choosing between one of 2 landmarks. Are they unique? No, they're not showing you, oh wait, you don't have in play or in hand. Oh, so they will be showing you unique world runes, which is pretty interesting. So basically, you're never gonna have the world runes repeat or anything, which is pretty nice. So that you can eventually hit his level up. So what I'm seeing here is that with the 3 unique world runes with Rise, you're going to be wanting to have 3 landmarks on your board. So my initial gut reaction about that is Rise is very, like, probably spell heavy, and you're really not trying to have a ton of followers or, like, any kind of unit in your deck in general. They added Kratos to lore. He does kind of look like Kratos from God of War, doesn't he? Which is pretty cool. You can get a repeated world rune if the opponent removes the landmark. That's true. You could, yeah. You could get repeated if you have your opponent interact with your world runes. Okay, so let's look at what the world runes actually do. So it seems like with all the world runes, they activate all the other ones, which is pretty neat. This one deals 2 to the weakest enemy, and it's got a bit the skill here. So the skill is Overload. This landmark is basically generating Overload, right? Yes, because it's dealing 2 to the weakest. You've got another one that refills spell mana, another one that heals your rises in your nexus, all right? And you've got one that creates a rune prison for you and one that also draws 1. The rune prison is the card that stuns an attacking enemy. This is basically just Yasuo's spell, but it's cooler because it's not a Yasuo spell. Wow, we love that. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so basically, once you have played 3 world runes, so if your opponent lets Rise sit on the board, which is very doable because he's a chonky 5 health boy, right? You get 3 of these landmarks down. You can level your Rise, and then he creates 2. Oh, these Delve in the Past are going in your deck? Wow, that's very incredibly slow. For some reason, I thought the Delve into the Past was in your hand. It was like being generated in your hand, kind of like what Vayne does with the tumbles, right? But these Delve in the Pasts are being created in your deck, right? Hand would be nuts. Hand would be nuts, yeah. When you attack with Rise, sorry, I'm looking at what the base Rise does. So leveled Rise, it activates all your world runes. That's neat. If you have 5 unique world runes, you just straight up destroy the enemy nexus. You don't even win the game. You just destroy their nexus because winning is overrated. We only care about crushing morale out here. He's basically Thanos, collecting all the Infinity Stones. Or Exodia. Okay. All right. Realm Warp draws you 3, so that helps you potentially draw into the Delve into the Pasts. Discards any followers. Yeah, Rise literally, it's not a skill. Rise just activates all of them. Though the Shard of Betrayal will activate as a skill on the stack, basically. I feel like you have to play like Predict or something with him in order to make him more consistent. Otherwise, I feel like Rise is quite slow. Because these Delve into the Pasts are your way of getting they're your only way of getting world runes, right? And the only way to get the world runes is if you're drawing. But you don't know where they're going, right? So that's why I feel like Predict probably helps you a lot. Maybe Zillion would be a good pairing with Rise in general. He does get access to a lot of draw spells. He does. Wait, let's look at his origin. So Rise's origin, right? For the Runeterran champions, they always have a specific like prerequisite for what they can do. So Rise is a rune mage. Of course he's a rune mage. You may put any non-targeted burst and focus spells into your deck during deck building. At the start of the game, create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck for each Rise that's starting the game in your deck. That's actually really cool. So he is really different from the past Runeterran champions that we have seen. Because all the other Runeterran champs is like, oh, if you've got a cultist, if you've got a weapon master, put it in your deck. But this one is like, he's more similar to Jhin in a way, where it's like, it has to be a non-targeted burst and focus spell in your deck during deck building, which is pretty cool. At the start of the game, he's going to create 6 Delve into the Past in your deck because you're going to have 3 Rises. You can't not have a Rise deck and not put 3 Rises in your deck. Interesting. His origin lets you put all the Predict spells anyways. Yeah, so I had something pulled up. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. So I found this tweet that gives you all of the spells that Rise can put in his deck based off of his origin. Okay? This looks a little small, I'm sorry. So we're gonna open it up here. And we're just gonna scroll through, right? I'm not gonna look at everything. But notably, you can put all the Tellstones in here. You can put time tricks in here as well. You've got some like the predict, some zillion spell I see in here. All the Tellstones is pretty freaking good, honestly. A lot of these spells are a little more like eh. I think Time Trick is like a must-have in a Rise deck. How could you run a Rise deck and not run Time Trick? You will always run 3. That's crazy. You want like a ton of draw too. You want to put like Salvage, Whispered Words, Entreat, you know, probably. Deep Meditation? Oh my god. You have to put Deep Meditation in this deck too, right? You're going to want to run like every single draw spell known to mankind in this deck list. Drum Solo. Rise definitely gets access to a decent amount of cards for sure. The question is what secondary region would you run with him, which is obviously a tough nut to crack. If you wanted the tweet, I just sent it over there. This is what has the all the arts and stuff like that. I mean, all the cards. Soothsayer shall rise again. Yes, Soothsayer shall make their comeback. Entreat will be really good with Rise, which is pretty awesome, honestly. I honestly, like, obviously you guys know I'm not the best deck builder around, but I'd be really curious to see what he'd be paired with. My initial gut reaction would be some sort of like, yeah, maybe Zillion, predicting kind of thingy champion, you know. So anyways, yeah, Rise is super cool. Initially, though, I will say that I think he might be a little slow. We'll see. Let's look at the other champions first before I start making like overall assumptions about champions. Leaning more towards Echo. Echo could be a pretty cool one too. But if you put in Echo, you might have a harder time leveling. I don't know. Yeah, anyways. So the next card we have showing up here is Aatrox. Aatrox. Hell yeah. Okay, whoa. Before I go into Aatrox, wait a second. I feel like I need to look at these the shard cards, right? Is Rise killing his master? Excuse me? Rise, what the hell? Who the hell is that? How could his own master who inculcated, that's certainly a word, you can't even read it because my thing is in the way. Give me a second, let me move my webcam. His own master who inculcated in Rise the virtues of control and patience lose himself so fully to the world runes. How? I swear to God's Rise is on his fucking Thanos arc. Damn, he's like, dang! Okay. Shard of Reverence now? Oh, this one's so, I don't know why. Aurelion Sol looks so cute in this artwork. I want a little Aurelion Sol. Oh my god. Lore-wise, Rise's master got mad at him for rune exposure and he had to kill him. Dang. Rise is a kind of this is some cool Rise lore, but like he's kind of giving off like Thanos vibes. Just a little bit. Oh shit, this is Viego. This is Viego and Isolde, right? This is from if you play Ruined King, this exact, okay, not the giant rise in the background, but this exact imagery is like literally right in the beginning of Ruined King. Pretty cool. Shot of Madness. Aatrox and hello, who's that? Is that Zolani? Dang, there's some tension going on here. Oh my god, I feel like I'm intruding on something. Yeah, they're like holding hands. Oh my god. Like I kind of shipped them. Okay, we need to stop looking. Shard of Violence. Those like the Sand Soldiers versus the Acathians. Pretty neato. Yeah, Rise really just be kind of like peeping in on everything. Rise is also giving me like Watcher vibes. If you've seen like What If from Marvel, kind of gives me Watcher vibes a little bit too. This is really cool. I always love how Runeterra, Legends of Runeterra expands on the lore of existing champions from like the Runeterran universe, you know? Okay. Well, now that we've seen Aatrox and Zolani together in this art is so cool, but I love this is probably my favorite one of all the ones we've seen. Anyways, let's talk about Aatrox, shall we? All right, so Aatrox is dang okay. He is a 6-mana 5/5, and he auto equips the Darken Blade, which has regeneration, giving him +1/+1. So he's basically a 6-mana 6/6 with regen. When I'm summoning a strike, healing Nexus 2, which is a pretty good effect, IMO, and creates a World Ender in hand. Let me look at his origin first. You may put any non-champion Darken into your deck in deck building. Any kind of Darken champion? Okay, all right. Any kind of Darken unit, basically, right? But non-champion. Okay, all right. He seems pretty like similar to the other kind of like deck building cost, you know, like with Kane had cultists and all that other stuff, right? So he's Darkens. You can put the equipments in too. Yeah, you can have like all the equipments. That's really neato. All right, so his Deathbringer's Descent. Where's he getting that from? Oh, they're not in order. I'm sorry about that. This is just this is generated. Let's look at Deathbringer Sweep. So Deathbringer Sweep here. This is his champion spell. It's basically just a strike spell. They each strike each other. Creates the slash, which is, so it's basically they're each giving each other strikes, and it's going 3, 2, 1. So if you ever played League of Legends, Aatrox has like the 3-part ability, which gets him like hit things 3 times or some shit, right? So this is actually pretty similar. This is like, yeah, this is Q ability. So he gets 1 strike for 3 mana, another strike for 2 mana, and another strike for 1 mana. And you probably want to be carrying over these additional strikes into other turns to make use of Aatrox's regeneration, which is pretty neato. So in order to level up your Aatrox, you need to play World Ender, and it's the spell that he's generating on summon or when he strikes. So that way you can't have your, so because you see World Ender's 13 mana, it can't just be discarded by aloof, because then you would never be able to level your Aatrox, which is kind of a probby, right? Reduce cost by 1 for each time an equipped or darkened ally has struck this game. Then assimilate allies equipped with Darken. So this is getting reduced every time you have a Darken ally or anything that's equipped. Strike. Okay. All right. You probably want to get this down to like a solid, maybe like, I mean, he's coming down on 6. It's 6 mana though. Oh, but it's this game. Okay, so even if he's coming down on 6, the cost of World Ender will be decreased when he even, like, based off of how many have struck already. Okay. All right. Not bad. Also, the strikes are fleeting. The slashes are fleeting. Oh, this is not as good as I thought it was. His champion spell is not as good as I thought it was anymore. I mean, it's still good for Aatrox, right? But I thought you could carry these over into other turns, but they're fleeting? Ugh. Damn, that's kind of sad. I was thinking maybe you could hold them. Maybe that'd be too strong. So now we have to talk about what Assimilate is. Assimilate transforms allies equipped with Darken equipment into their Darken unit forms. So if they're a champion, though, they will level up. So for if you had a Darken champion, let's think about that for a second. Kane or Varus would level up if you had them in the deck. If you had, basically. But yeah, if you had like, for example, if you had the Darken Halberd equipped on like another random Dinky Follower unit, if you play that spell, what was it called again? If you play World Ender, the name of this expansion, roll credits, the unit would turn into Tarosh, which is, if you think about it lore-wise, that is so fucking cool. God damn. Right? Like, that's badass as hell, right? I feel like you have to run Aatrox with other Darken units. You'd probably just want to run Aatrox with either Kane or Varus, and I'm leaning more towards Kane at this point rather than Varus. But that's the problem, right? So the problem here is, how bad is it to run a deck just completely of Runeterra champions? I guess we'll see, huh? Thunder Thigh Jiral's time to shine. Yeah, this will be Jiral's Thigh's time to shine. So then when Aatrox levels, he gets overwhelmed. Darken allies cost 5 less. Sure, when I'm summoned or strike, heal your Nexus 2. He's an overwhelm unit with 9/9. That's already a game ender in itself. That's great. It's like those are really good stats, obviously, right? Basically, once you've played World Ender, the game should be ending. problem is that is this good? I don't think this is good, guys. Like, Aatrox is cool, don't get me wrong. But I feel like he kind of has a similar So, I know, okay, to preface, I know that Kain Vayne is considered like a meta deck and it's considered like a pretty decent deck at the moment. But I think I've always thought there's something just like a little off about Kain, and I feel like Aatrox kind of plays into that same like thing where they're kind of like coming down and they're just like a little too slow. Like, if Aatrox dies, he gives a regen equipment, which is pretty good. Sure, yeah, but he's 6 mana. I just feel like Aatrox is too slow. I didn't think it was good before, but now I think it's good. I still don't think this is good. I'm having a hard time getting behind it, for you know. Anyways, let's move on though while we're at it. All right, so we already saw the Realm Warp card. All right, now we're getting into some of the Freljord cards here, which is pretty cool. Darkened Spear, attack, grant top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. Cool. This is another Darken spell you could, Darken unit you could put with Aatrox. This is basically like a, whatchamacallit? Omen Hawk as a unit, but it also gives +1 health. That's +2 health. That's pretty good. Anaka? Attack from the top 6 cards in your deck, summon an attacking follower or non-champion Darken, and grant it +1/+1. Summon an attacking follower or non-champion Darken and grant it +1/+1. For 8 mana? Is that okay? It's just I guess if you tailored your deck around it, I'm okay about this. I think it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. What's it called? Flavor. That's for sure. Oh, here's Anaka right here. Okay. Well, anyways, it's all right. You can put it with Aatrox, which is neat. So now we've got 6 mana Woolly Snailmouth. Snailmouth? This art is so cool. Oh my god, he's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. Empowered 8 gives regeneration. Okay, this is Overwhelm. It's a 6 mana. Okay, so if you don't know what Empowered is a unit that has its powered bonus while its power is at least the list number. Okay, that's a mouthful. So basically, its power just has to be that number. Okay, so when Woolly Snailmouth has 8 attack, it has regeneration. But does the regeneration go away if it were to lose that 8 attack? So let's say you used like Troll Chant on Snailmouth and it lost its 8 attack, like you buffed it, but then it went down to 6 again. I guess it would just lose regeneration for the turn? Dang, it's an aura effect. That's very interesting. Okay, Snailmouth is cute, but he's a 6 mana regen card. It's got Overwhelm though. Wild Mysticism. Get an empty mana gem to summon a Feral Mystic. Feral Mystic it's that spell that when, like, it's that unit that when it's enlightened or something. Feral. Enlightened has a +4/+4 and has Overwhelm, so it's a 6/6 Overwhelm for 2. Technically, though, it just summoned. This is fine. I think, wouldn't you rather almost... So, okay, if you're trying to ramp in the beginning, I feel like you'd almost always rather have Cataclysm. You know what I'm talking about. The the Catalyst. Thank you, Karafe. Catalyst of Aeons. Yes, the heals. But I feel like Wild Mysticism is better, like, maybe later on when you're really close, because then you can get a 6/6, right? It just summons it. Interesting. All right. I have no super outstanding thoughts about this. Pouty Poro, Empowered 3, Overwhelm, Regen Tough. Oh my god, it's so cute! Oh my god, it's pouting! It's adorable! Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Nothing more to say about that card. Here to help! Oh my fucking god, it's even more adorable! I need a plushie of this. I literally need a plushie. I need like a big plushie that just like wants hugs and is like this the entire time. Do not worry, little Puro. I am with you. So it's given ally +3 this round. If it's damage, get +2/+3. So this is Scarground support. Yeah, this is more Scarground support. Giving you 3 health for 2 mana is pretty good. If it's damage, you have +2/+3. I genuinely feel like this will hit decks outside of just Scargrounds, because I feel like this is a pretty damn good Freljord combat spell. I like it. And it's not just because it's freaking cute as hell. There's something about a Poro with an eye patch that triggers my cute response. Exactly. Like, I don't know what it is. He's like trying. It's like he's trying. Like, this Poro is trying its best. How could we hate it? Okay, yeah. Here we have Anaka again. It looks like Anaka skipped leg day or something. Anaka kind of looks like a little like a darkened Yeti almost in a way, which is really cool. Okay, I think we talked about the Darkened Spear already. Yes, we did. Okay, now we go to Puzzling Signposts. So Puzzling Signposts is return a fast or slow spell in hand to hand or destroy a unit's equipment, and you draw 1 as well. So this is basically Bandle City Deny. Except it's not actually getting rid of the spell, it's kind of just like putting that spell back in your opponent's hand. You could also put your own spell back in your hand. I can't think of a situation where you'd want that. But yeah, it's basically Bandle City Deny, also draws you a card, or it can destroy an unit's equipment too. I genuinely think this card is good. You're going to see this in Bandle City decks, hands down. Like, that's it. It's a Bandle City Deny. Of course it's gonna hit the decks. So yeah. Am I happy about it? I mean, I've always kind of been a little bit of a hater about the fact that Bandle City can kind of do a little bit of everything, but do I think it's good for the region? Yeah. So, yeah, I'll play it if I play Bandle City decks. Poro Stories. Create 3 random 1-cost Poros in hand. Bandle City? It's weird. There's not really Bandle City Poro decks, honestly. I can't think of a situation where this card hits. At least not yet, I suppose. Oh my god, the flavor text. Look at it. I'm gonna move my box again. It's amazing. And then Deporo was like, hey you, I want a snacks too. So Deporos gathered together at the great meeting of Deporos to talk about all Deporo problems. Okay, I can't read it anymore. Oh god, this is so fucking cute. I can't stand it. It kind of gives me like Chip vibes in a way. Okay, anyways, now we go to the Darkened Staff. This is another Bandle City equipment now. Refill 1 spell mana when you strike, gives you impact, and when you spend 8 mana, you can play Ballcocks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Ballcocks. Oh, no, not Ballcocks. Please, no. Or my favorite iteration of the name, Ballcocks. Like, why? Who named this card? So what Ballcocks does is when you spend spell mana, you can grant impact for every spell mana you spend, which is pretty cool. It's pretty good. I think this is better than the Freljord one. I think Ballcocks is kind of just overshadowed by its name. 5th grade energy. This really is 5th grade energy. There was a Sunny tweet, which I thought was really funny. He was like, nah, I try to keep my stream family friendly, and Riot's trying to make me say the name of this Darken all the time. The thought of Sunny saying Ballcocks is so fucking funny to me. Like, I need that's content in itself, if you ask me. Like, Jesus. Okay. This wins the award for best name of the expansion, by the way. All right, moving on. We've got Curious Changeling. This is a really cute card, by the way. It's like so mischievous looking. It's got its tongue on his eyeball and everything. Chameleon C, Chameleon B. So cute. When an allied follower transforms to another unit, transform me into an exact copy of it. That's really neat. I think Transform's obviously not like an archetype that's great at the moment, but it's a cool thing. probably won't see it until... I'm going to say we're probably not going to see this card. I'm just going to say that. Nico support, I'm seeing. Nico support. I would be interested in seeing Nico in this game. It's not going to be for a while, though. Anyways, we've got... Wait. You can change to a darkened weapon? I don't think so. I don't think when you transform a weapon into like the darkened unit, it counts as a transform. Otherwise, that might be too good, right? I don't think that's how that works. I'd watch a mega cut of every major content creator saying ball cucks. Me too, John. Me too. Okay, now we've got the Darkened Fan. Attack, summon an attacking Dragonling. This is going to be Nick Makes Play's favorite card. It gives you +1. Okay, it just summons an attacking Dragonling. So you get the lifesteal. A very pretty Dragonling. Who's holding this fan, by the way? It's definitely not the Dragonling. You may spend 9 mana to play me as Pra, the Breachwalker. Pra. Here's Pra. Pra is kind of cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. Like, everyone's really scared. Like, the fan for the tail, the tail for the fan for the tail and everything. Pretty dang cool. God damn. So Pra, play when I transform. So when you play Pra, it summons 2 ephemeral copies of it. So one is lifesteal, one is challenger, and one is elusive. Right, 1 lifesteal, 1 challenger. Oh, and the main Pra, the non-ephemeral Pra, has elusive. Huh. When I transform. So if you were to transform this, it would... Okay, let me think for us a second. So for transform, that'd be like what? Timelines? If you transform this from timelines, if you have played a 9 mana unit off, and you after playing timelines, and it transformed into a Pra, the Pra would still get the ephemeral copies. Ah, yeah. With World Ender 2, this would work with Aatrox. Because, it would transform. Oh, let me go back up to that really quickly. Yeah, because Assimilate transforms the allies. Oops. Assimilate transforms the allies. Ah, that's okay, I see. That's basically, that's the main synergy. I get it now, I get it. Okay, yeah, because Assimilate, Assimilate itself is transform, but when you play the Darken off of the weapon, it's not a transform. It has to be assimilated, basically, which is this keyword, this new vocab that we have learned here. Okay, then we've got Twin Wind Technique. Pick a follower, summon an exact ephemeral copy. If it's an enemy, stun it. This is a really cool card. I think this is a pretty cool card. I'm just trying to think how playable it is. Something's you'd stun it. I can see, I can hear Jason Jothray just like foaming at the mouth. He's like, stun? Yasuo support? No way. Yeah, the real question is, will I, the best Yasuo NA, play this card? No, unless someone makes me play Yasuo. Okay, then we got Navori Longtail. When I'm summoned, summon a Navori Brigand. Wait, why does this have 2 different options? Am I missing something here? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize this is up here. Navori Longtail is when I'm summoned, you can either summon a Navori Brigand, or you get to give other allies +1/+1. What's the Navori Brigand? What is the Navori Brigand? We haven't seen it yet, have we? It's not even in the game? Wait, go back to the client? Did I type it in wrong or something? Oh, it's this? It's not even the Highwayman, it's the thing. It's this guy. Dang, why does everyone want this dude? I mean, like, maybe I could see, anyways. It's a token. So when I'm summoned, he summons then a Brigand, or gives other allies +1/+1 this round. Okay, for 3 mana that might be a little too expensive. 3 mana 3/1, Alright. Then we've got the Black Flame Landmark. That's so pretty. I love the colors of that. Look at that. He's getting his soul sucked out of him. Amazing. 2 mana landmark. Play, capture an ally. When you attack for the first time each round, summon an ephemeral copy of it attacking. Isn't that, like, amazing? Isn't this card, like, fucking crazy? It's basically, like, when you capture the ally, it's basically, like, protected in this 2 mana landmark, right? This is, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong, this is a really cool landmark. I feel like you could play this in a lot of different things. But yeah, and you keep summoning? Dang! Like, okay, whoa, let's think for a second. Like, you could play this with, like, freaking, I'm seeing people saying Zed Hecarim, you can get the ephemerals out with this. You could play this with Sign-In, so if you played Sign-In first and then played this, you would get the draws every time. Play with Cannon on 1 and then Black Flame capture it? That's so interesting. Huh. Big V says, I missed the champions. How many are there? There's 3. It's Rise, Aatrox, and Kale. You don't say Kennen. I hate Kennen. Okay, listen, I hate Kennen too, honestly. I take it back. Pretend I didn't say Kennen. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you can play this with. I'm really interested in I'd be interested in, like, testing different deck builds with Black Flame. Very cool. I think this card's really good. Okay, anyways, Encore, grant new random. 2 new random copies. So hand just cost by 2, and granted fleeting. This is just like Seraphine support. Next, Acoustistician. Strike, create a random new 2-cost spell in hand. That's cool. 3 mana, 2/3. Acorn! Traveling this world with Song Heart. Now the world was asleep in her room, waiting for the songs tomorrow might bring. He dreamed of leaving Zaun and traveling the world with a song in his heart. Now the world was asleep in her room, waiting for the songs tomorrow might bring. He's Seraphine's dad, isn't he? He's building her guitar and stuff. Oh yeah, I see you guys are saying that. Oh my god, that's so sweet! Because Seraphine is his world? Oh, nah, bro. No, oh my god. That's so cute. God, I'm gonna cry. I love this kind of shit. Fuck. It's got a little acorn there too. Oh my, I can like see the plot line, like the story in my head. He's like, he's like making this shit for Seraphine, and then, you know, he comes down, he contracts a rare deadly illness, and then as he's on his deathbed, he's like Seraphine and him are holding hands, and he looks over at Acorn, he's like, go with her, Acorn. And then anyways. Dang, there's the picture right there. Oh my god, they're so cute. I love it. It's illegal to kill Acoustician when him and Seraphine are in play. Their lines will be depressing. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, and I realized you can't see some of it because my webcam's in the way, as per usual. Maybe I should just like permanently move myself up here and just leave myself here, you know what I'm saying? Dang. Okay, is it just me, or like, does he kind of look like Majin? Just like a little bit, right? Is it just me? Like the monocles and everything. Everyone was saying this in Majin's chat. That's pretty funny. I can kind of see it. Renko says, "Don't start. I can't start. I can't start simping." Alright, we're gonna hop off the topic now. He does. I can kind of see it. All right. Anyways, cunning kitten, cunning kitty. Look at it. It's so cute. It's like this power. I love cats. By the way, I'm a cat person. I don't have a cat, but I am a cat person. When I'm summoned, if I was created, draw 1, grant me +2/+1. A 2 mana 4/4, draw 1 if it was created. Wow, that's so cool. So you want to like find this card off of other things. That's sick. It's super, super sick. I mean, like, I'm gonna hate playing against this. I can only imagine when like my fucking, like, I don't know, the fucking like Seraphine player pulls Cutting Kitten off of their back alley bar, and I'm gonna be raging. It's a 2 mana 4/4, draw 1. I'm like, bro, how do I get through this 4/4? I already get upset when people play like Badger Bear, because I'm like, how do you get through it? It's just a tank. It's a literal wall. Like, God. You could also play like Iterative, Imperfectionist, Perfectionist like on this card. So you could main deck it too, which is pretty interesting. Like that. Caustic Rift. Flow costs 1 less. Deal 1 to all enemies. Because fuck Freljord, am I right? Okay, well, now I have to move my camera down. I just realized. Fuck Freljord, am I right? Yeah. Who needs Ice Shard when you've got Caustic Rift? I mean, yeah, this is fuck aggro too. It's like deal 1 to all enemies. Jesus. This card is good. It's just a better Ice Shard. What the hell is going on here? Anyways. Eye of God, spawn 2. It's just the Eye of God. I like this. This is cool. I like seeing Alawi support. It's not because I'm playing Alawi in Path of Champions or anything. No, couldn't be me. If it's flow, it gets doubled by Seraphine. Oh, god fucking damn. Okay, anyways, we're not going to talk about Caustic Rift anymore. I don't want to think about Seraphine shenanigans no longer. Wily Newtfish. Oh, look at him. He's just a little ball. He's so fucking cute. I just want a plushie of everything, I swear to god. 3 mana elusive, next strike, draw 1 and give it fleeting. I don't think this is that good for 3 mana. Yeah. I don't care about it. It's not elusive though. It is cute though. It's got that going for it. Seraphic Wyvern. It's a Yagin? A Yagin. Empowered 5 gives Overwhelm. I mean, I don't think this is that good, but this Yagin. It's a weird looking Yagin at that. My god, what happened to you? It's like a Y. What's wrong with all these Yagins? God. They're all so weird. 6 mana, stun enemies with less power than me. This is like the thingy. I don't know why I just typed stun in. You know what I mean. It's like the... Wait, where is it? You know what I mean. It's this, like, I think it's like the Sneaky Zeebles. Yeah, Sneaky Z... Oh, it's Targon. I thought it was Ionia for some reason. Stun enemies with 2 or less power. This kind of reminds me of Sneaky Zeebles. But you can buff this up, I guess? God, Jason's just having a field day out here with all this Yasuo support. Huh. Anyways, you could buff this up. It could stun the enemies. It's for 6 mana, though. It's a tad expensive. You can buff it, which is cool. Holy shit! Isn't this Kale's mom? This is fucking cool. Dang! This is Kale and Morgana's mom. She. Dang, she's so freaking cool. Okay, we have to read what she does. Okay, I don't know why. I can't unsee it. This looks like, wait, I think this is what it's supposed to be. Like, this is an eyeball, right? And then you've got, like, this is the mouth right here. You see it? So he's kind of doing, like, the... And it's got, like, the one eye. You see it? It's biblically accurate angel. Or, like, something like that, right? In Targon. That's pretty freaking cool. God damn! God damn! So Mahira... Actually, I'll just open this up so you can read it better. Mahira, aspect of justice. Round end. Grant allies in play and in hand. +1/+1. Wow, that's really cool. You put buffs on her and keep Mahira on the board. That's sick. Empowered 5. The attack. Elusive, lifesteal, and overwhelm. Wow, this cool is so awesome. 1/1 for 5 mana though. You obviously put buffs on this, like 100% of the time. It's in Targon. This is so sick. The effect is awesome. You bet your ass I'm gonna be playing this card. God damn. This is, of course they gotta make Kale and Morgana's mom really neat. Silence though? Okay, silence would suck. We're not gonna think about that. Divine Judgment. I believe this is Kale's spell, right? So we'll come back to that one. Posture check. I got you. Okay, Winged Messenger. Empowered 3 gets elusive. +1 more attack. It's a 3. It's like a 3/4. It would be a 3/4 elusive then. It's alright. That's alright. It's another weird looking... Oh, hey, Rise. Got Rise's name here. A weird looking boy. This Zoe Teemo elusives though. That's true. Oh god. Oh god, oh hell. It would also lose elusive if you froze it. If Freljord was actually like, yeah, that's true. Okay. Purifying Flames. Grants an ally in hand, +2/+2, and another +2/+2. Burst. For 4 mana, this is a lot of tempo lost, but in this package, I feel like it's pretty neat. You know? You could play this on like Mahira and stuff. Delay your Mahira turn just a little bit. I could see Purifying Flames being pretty good in this archetype, you know? Okay, to Kale now. So getting to Kale. Kale is a 6 mana, 2/6. I have +1 attack for each time an ally has attacked with increased power. When I am summoned, grant other allies +1. Empowered 6 gives quick attack also to her. Huh. Okay. Also, this art is badass. She's pointing. Oh, I can point back at her. It's like we're almost touching fingers. The Mossians know her as the Winged Protector. But those of us who live under the Vault of the Stars in Targon know her as the Daughter of Justice, bearing divine purpose and a sword of starfire. Lore Keeper Skyen. Skyen. I saw this on Twitter. It's like, you know, TB Skyen who does the lore stuff on YouTube. Like oh, that's so cool. They, like TB Skyen is canon now. Wow, that's amazing. I have +1 for each time an ally is attacked with increased power. So you want to attack with power. You want to attack with allies that have buffs on them. This is really good for like Esmus, right? Don't you play Esmus in this deck like 100% of the time? When Kale is leveled, Kale levels when you have 11 power. When she's got 11 power on her, she's an 11/6. All right, she keeps just growing herself. And then when she's got 11 power, she levels. I have +1 for each time an ally is attacked with increased power. When I'm summoned or level up, grant other allies +1/+1. Oh, +1/+1. Okay, sure. Does she keep the power? So if she was at 11 plus power when she leveled, does she stay at 11 plus power when she levels up? Even though this thing, she definitely doesn't go down, right? She would have 12 power then. Yeah. Wow. She'd basically always have 12 power, yeah. So she'd be a 6 mana, she'd be a 12/7 when she's leveled. And you want me to buff her up a little bit more to get her to 16 so that she can get double attack? I mean, she's already got Overwhelm at this point. Like, she's already fucking ending the game. Like, she doesn't need the double attack at this point. My god. Jeez. She grants other allies +1/+1. No, but she still gets +1 from when she levels up, so it would be 12, not 11. I mean, power, is what I mean. She's so fucking badass. God damn. I need a Kale skin, like ASAP, by the way. This is cool. I think she's really, really cool. So her spell is given ally I can't take damage or die. I mean, I feel like they translated her over very well from League of Legends. This round. Grant all allies +1 this round. Yep, makes sense. I saw like Silverfuse tweeted something about like playing Divine Judgment, like what is it? Like the Kaisa spell from Targon. You know what I'm talking about. The out of the way with like Divine Judgment and shit. It's so silly, but I love it. Like it's something you just like have to do at some point, right? Okay, and so now we've got what I think is probably hands down like the best artwork for this new expansion. Like, my god, this is crazy. This goes so fucking hard. This is Zolani, by the way. Like, I'm not even reading the card at this point. Like, holy shit, she's badass as hell. You got just like Aatrox and Kale fucking fighting it off in the corner, but dang. Is Zolani the first unit to have more than one card? No, Cythria has more than one. But damn, they need to make Zolani a champion in this game. What the hell? Where's my female Darkened baddie? God, this is like, I would set this as like a background or something, because this is just so fun. There's so much power emanating from this picture. I swear to God. Riot needs to hurry up with the MMO. Jokingly, obviously, but like, my God, like, I would love to verse this Zolani like as a boss or something in some kind of MMO. Also, we need to read this. We always need to read the Zolani. Zolani watched as Inako fell to his knees, subjugated by the very enemy he sought so desperately to control. Slowly, the beat of his heart rang out in unison with the others. Another heart to control. Another body to command. Okay, before we even read it what Zolani does, we need to look at our level 2. Ah! It's so cool! Look at her! She's like fucking... It, like, I could see it now. In the MMO, you finally get to Zolani, like the final boss. You beat her, and she's like, ah! She like lets out that shriek, right? She lets out that final shriek, and then she transforms into this shit. And like the badass like boss music starts playing, and this is it. This is you down here. You're fucking this tiny. And she's fucking like, chains are flying everywhere, and limbs and wings are flying everywhere. My God, this would be like the most epic boss fight of all time. It's so fucking cool. Jesus. Even the great hero of legend, Mihira, could not withstand Zolani's overwhelming strength. The earth seemed to shudder to one beat now. Such was the hemomantic power growing within Zolani. She took a moment to observe the battlefield and wept with the joy filling her soul. Soon this world would be united in peace, in love, and in silence. Chills. She's so fucking cool, guys. I can't. My bot. I'm gonna play her. Like, I'm sorry. Day one, I'm playing this card. It's just like, it's too cool. I need to hear the voice lines. I need to see the interactions. I need to see everything. Skydoll says this Zolani would be a phase 3 fight because you fight her first as June with the weapon. That's true. And then stage 2 is when the Zolani takes over, and then you get the phase 3 to her final form, which is the Aspect's Bane. Yes, this would be a 3-phase fight. This totally would be, if we're talking like if it was an MMO or something. Okay, anyways. Let's talk about what Zolani does. Overwhelm, 7 mana, 2/2. Main deckable. I have +2/+2 for each ally that has died with its power increased. Empowered 16, transform me into Zolani. So once it's got 16, it turns into Zolani's Aspect's Bane, which is already like such overkill, by the way. Can I just say that? But like, yeah, if you play like Esmus, the Targon weapon that gives support +1/+1 also, yeah. Like if you just have 3 buffed allies died, she's already a 7 mana 8/8, right? With Overwhelm. It's so good. I think she's great. Totally not biased right now, by the way. I'm gonna play Zolani. There's a Zolani deck coming out there with the she's gonna be right on the thumbnail. Because she needs to get her own featured art. Yeah, and then we've got Divine Clerk, just like Bing chillin'. 1 mana and empowered 3 lifesteal. I think this will be a good card in the Kale package. He's chillin'. You know, he's living his best life. Anyways. Celestial Being grants an ally in play and in hand +1/+1. This has got to be good with Kale for sure too, right? Like this is such great Kale support. I love all these Targon support cards. Holy shit! Like I'm so excited. Like Targon is my shebang, guys. So anyways, now that we have exited Targon, we can talk about these last couple cards here. We've got Shurima, Demacia, and Shadow Isles. So in Shurima, we've got the Rockbear Shepherd. So this is a really cool card, right? Because when you summon an ally, it advances the highest countdown landmark +1 round, right? Makes it go down. I was like, oh, this is cool. You could do this with Rockbears, maybe with Thralls. And then I saw on Twitter, someone said you could do this with Sundisk. And I was like, nope, I hate this card now. I hate it. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Don't even think about it. If I run into you playing this deck, playing this card in Sundis deck, day of patch, I'm leaving. Acolyte's Reliquary. Summon a Ruin Acolyte in hand. Should me create Acolyte? What does the Ruinous Acolyte do? No, this is not that good. Alright, there's nothing more to say here. Not that good. Void Gate. Summon an ally, your ally dies, grant each with positive keywords to 3 allies in your deck. I think this is too random to be good. This is probably too much RNG here. I think this is too much RNG of a landmark. Ooh, Champion Strength. I saw people talking about this. 8 mana, slow. Give allies +4/+4 this round. If you have the attack token, give them Scout this round, too. Otherwise, if you play it on your defensive turn, you rally. I mean, this is good, right? Like, I get that it's 8 mana, but like, this has gotta be good, right? Like, this is, you play the game and you win. Right? Sure, yes, you could make the argument that like, oh, maybe they have Deny, you know, maybe they've got Ruination, but like, so? Isn't this good? This is, if they don't have it, you win the game. I think this is a good card, genuinely. But it's an epic card? No, it's good, guys, it's good. Patricide Charger, formidable. I don't take damage from enemy spells or skills. I love this effect, but I don't think this is a good enough body or like keyword to make it worthwhile. Though I will say you could potentially play this in a Star Spring deck. If you wanted to put like a shit ton of stuff on this and like play it in Star Spring, maybe give it regen, potentially, maybe. That's about it though. It's cute. It's definitely cute. It's got them stubby little legs, you know? Still dies from Culling Strike. It doesn't take damage. Wait, does it still die from Culling Strike? Oh, that's kind of sad. Never mind. Never mind. Trusty Ramhound. Oh yeah, it dies to Quietus too. Oh god, we're not gonna talk about it anymore. Trusty Ramhound. First time you summon another elite, grant me +2/+2. Wow, look, it's the goodest boy. Is literally the goodest boy. Look at it. Look at her. Okay, she's so cute. It's a 1 mana like elite card. It's alright. But she's cute though. Okay, Roar of Acathia. This is another Jack support card, isn't it? Acathia Mirage is equipped with 2 equipments or less. I think this card is bad. How is Jax gonna play this card? Next, Deathless Knight. Fearsome. When I gain Ephemeral, grant me +1/+1 instead. For 6 mana, that's too expensive. This is way too expensive for 6 mana. This reminds me of like the Dusk Rider Nightfall card. You're not gonna play it. It's a cool concept though. Just not good. Shape of Fear. Kill an ally to summon an encroaching mist. Oh damn, he looks really upset. Well, not upset, he looks very scared. This is cool, I like this card. This Viego like encroaching mist support. I like this. This is really, really neat. I like Viego. Sue me. Oh wait, someone brought up that Roar of Acathia is not a Weapon Master card either. Oh, you're so right. God, you can't even play this. Okay, anyways. You play all 3 Oblivious Islanders on Deathless Knight and it's a 3 mana on 3. If you draw all 3 Oblivious Islanders. But yes, if you drew all 3 Oblivious Islanders and you played them on Deathless Knight, this would be good, wouldn't it be? Wait. Something like that. I do agree. I think Roar of Acathia should be a Weapon Master card. Fish Fight should also be a Weapon Master card. It's crazy to me that it's not. And then last but not least, we've got Redeemed Prodigy. 2 mana attack. Summon an attacking Ghastly Band. So it doesn't have Hallowed itself, but basically when you attack, you're getting the Ghastly Band. It's kind of reminds me of the Landmark, but this is a 2 mana body, which is pretty cool. I like it. You will say, you might be thinking this artwork looks pretty familiar, and you would be correct. It's because this artwork is the Tortured Prodigy. It's literally this guy, which is already a card that exists in the game. It like refills spell mana when an ally dies, I believe. That's so, like, I love this kind of stuff. The fact that this beautiful man turns into the Tortured Prodigy, that's some continuity right there. That's all I gotta say. All right, so we're done chatting. I will say, I'll say I'm most excited for Kale and Zolani, probably. I think I'm going to be playing those day one. I think Aatrox is too slow, probably not that great. I think Caustic Rift's a very good, probably up there for one of the best cards, as well as Black Flame. This one. Ballcucks has the funniest name. And, oh, also, I like the Puzzling Signpost card a lot, too. I'm basically doing TLDR at this point. I think Aatrox is too slow. And I think Rise is a wait-and-see kind of card. It's hard for me to judge Rise in a vacuum. But, like, I'm totally gonna play it. He seems really fun. So, yeah. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to end some goddamn worlds.